Okay, so I'm currently driving my dad's truck. It is a 2016 Chevy Silverado 1500. His complaint is that when he gets home, the fan continues to run. I simply just went on Google, looked at a couple of forums, and they all said that the thermostat was bad. When talking to my dad, he said that temperature seemed normal. I've probably gone about 4 miles at about 45, 50. And the temperature hasn't risen at all. So we'll see if by the time I get to work we have any sort of heat built up. I've got a thermostat and a coolant temp sensor because that's what the forums all say goes wrong. Not really diagnosing this, kind of parts cannoning it, but if you're interested in seeing how I go about this, follow along. Okay, so now I'm at my work, several miles from my parents. I mean, you can see just by these two shots. Still has not moved at all. Got the heat on high, and we got no heat coming out. So, yeah, we got to look at some stuff. Bring it right back. Okay, so this was the complaint. Fan continues to run after he shuts it off. As you can see, keys are in the ignition, or in the door. Given the distance I drove, this thing should be hot. And it is not. So, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to replace that thermostat and that housing. First things first, I'm going to need to get this off. This PCV right there. Another PCV right here. We'll have to take off this. Disconnect the battery, that way I can get the fan to shut off, and I'll get this off. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, battery's disconnected, fan stopped. One hose clamp loose. 2 hose clamp loose. PCV valve. PCV valve. Should be able to take this off. Okay, lots more room to work here. We got our coolant temp sensor and our thermostat housing. Thermostat housing is 3 10 millimeters. The last one hidden back here. Gotta get this little hose off, upper radiator hose off. I'm gonna put a bunch of rags under here to try and get as much coolant as I can, but we are gonna have some loss. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna remove the electrical connector, get it out of my way. I should have access to this. I grabbed a 19. Okay, so it is a 19 millimeter. I was able to, oh, I thought I had it looser. Crack it loose with a wrench because a socket doesn't seem to fit it. Well, you'll have to take my word. Okay, so I think I got it loose enough to do with my fingers. This might be under pressure. I did crack the cap on the overflow, but yeah, a little pressure under it. As I'm thinking through this while I'm doing it, I'm going to leave this in here. Probably not show this in the video, but in case I do. All of this coolant in the hose and thermostat is above this, so all of that coolant will be coming out of here. So you either got to do a Indiana Jones switcheroo, or you got to get this off and drained first. I'm probably going to go for getting this off. Not sure if this will help or hinder me, but went ahead and clamped it off. I'll put some rags down there and I'll get that thermostat housing off. Have to get this spring clamp off, this spring clamp off, and remove the two hoses. Okay, I'm not going to be able to show this, but I'm going to pull this off and I'm going to go ahead and try and drain the remaining bit into this empty coolant jug. Okay, so both hoses are off. This thing's still going to go probably until this empties. I've got this blocked off and tucked up higher. Same thing with the one that comes off the overflow bottle. I'm gonna go ahead, I will get those three 10 millimeters out and I will get that thermostat housing out of there, and I'll show you what that looks like once it's out. Okay, so everything is loose, probably still making a huge mess. There's our old thermostat. And our seal was left behind. So we want to go ahead and remove that. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. And I'll bring you back once the rags are gone, and we'll take that temp sensor out, put that in, and we'll do our new thermostat housing. New versus old, they're looking the exact same. Temp sensor looks the same too. All right, that is in and snug. Okay, so our new housing, partially installed. Run these in very gingerly. And I'm going to finish them with a ratchet, hand ratchet. Okay, I've just swung that down by hand. Now everything is just installation in a reverse order. And then topping off the coolant. We did lose quite a bit of coolant, but I'll show you topping it up. We're going to run it, we're going to burp it, we're going to make sure there's no air pockets, and we're going to make sure everything's working, and we'll go from there. One noteworthy bit, when reinstalling these, you want to make sure that these spring clips are exactly where they were on the old hose, or on this hose, otherwise they will leak. Pro tip. Always double check your work. This is good, plugged in, ready to reinstall. All right, we've got everything reinstalled, tightened up. I'll just go ahead and top off the reservoir. Because I have a pressure tester at work, I'm going to go ahead and pressurize the system, make sure I don't have any leaks, and we'll see how long it'll hold for. I finally got it to hold some pressure. Oop, doesn't want to focus on that. Cap's 15 psi, it's holding 11. I think we'll be okay. No leaks on the system. I'll take this down, heat it up. I guess we'll see if when I connect the battery, if the fan will turn on. Okay, so I've got everything back together. Got my battery terminal hooked back up, so we have power. I'm sure the fan's not on because we haven't set the condition, but you'll see. Grabbing the keys. All right, that's an improvement already. We are off of the 160 mark. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this garage door. I'll let it run until the fan comes on. And then I'm gonna go drive it, make sure we don't have any air pockets. I guess a real quick test, I could turn the heat on, see if we have any amount of heat. We have heat, so that's a good sign. Everything seems to be okay. I'm gonna go test drive it and make sure we don't need to top off the coolant more. But otherwise, hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you got anything out of it, you learned something, or just like what you're seeing, feel free to subscribe or like the video. It really helps a lot. Appreciate it.